Hey, it's Steve Barcelo and George, and we got matching shirts on today. We're the Bobbsey twins.
We didn't even call each other. Great minds think alike.
There you go. Down at Medoc Mountain State Park, we're down here dropping off some posters for the upcoming event. This is going to be at Lakeland Cultural Arts Center. This is our first festival coming out of COVID. As you can see, we've got a bunch of sponsors. MetaZoo was one we're ecstatic about. I mean, that's a big deal. Oh, I just got a call from another vendor. He's been to Cryptozoology and all these others. He said, he goes, I saw that you have MetaZoo coming. If MetaZoo's there, we want to be there. We know they do the big ones. It's like, that's perfect.
Great. Yeah, MetaZoo is a nice draw.
But so we're down here. We're just going to talk a little bit about the event coming up and what we're going to be doing. We're still trying to lay out the format and who's speaking first and what order. And we'll get that all posted. I've got some of the people sending me in headshots so we can do all that silly sort of promotion stuff. So we're excited about it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I am for sure. The Lakeland Arts Theater, that place is unbelievable. It is gorgeous. It is really gorgeous.
Ever since the renovation, it was always a nice place, but since the Fitz Foundation stunk all his money into it, it's so over the top. It's got this massive projection screen, so we can literally just set up videos with our images and stuff like that in there. I'm going to see if I can get everyone that's coming to do, like in between keynote speakers, we can put up short videos for advertisements for whoever wants to have something going on there. But yeah, we're getting there. It's been a long time coming, and it's kind of, we were used to doing these. We're kind of fixed in our ways, and it's kind of almost good now. It's forcing us to really step up the game and put out a much slicker production than we've done in the past. So I think most of the folks that are coming are going to be thrilled, and ones that didn't come, I go, oh, that's the place I need to go, where I can have a massive screen behind me. Not to mention the Lakeland has they sell wine and beer and soda. They have concessions like a regular movie theater would, popcorn, and then they have a full kitchen. We're not sure what the food's going to be. I have to work that out. If we're going to have them cook and sell food on a limited menu, or if we're going to get more on the food trucks. If we have less on the food trucks, that's more spots outside for even outside vendors. Because right now we're trying to keep most of the vendors inside, but I've already got a couple have been asked to be outside. So if we have to send them out. And then MetaZoo bringing their stuff. One of the things they have, which I really hope's coming, they told me they're going to try to bring it, is a two-story Mothman, which is pretty cool. I mean, it's kind of crazy.
That thing is huge.
Yeah. So, as far as Medoc, I've only been down here a little bit lately. The weather's gorgeous. Look at this. What is it, 80-some degrees today?
Yeah, it's beautiful out. It's
nuts.
beautiful.
So I got tons of work to do in the museum. George was in town. I said, let's go to the park for a little bit. Although it's threatened to rain now. Actually, you said it drizzled a little bit.
About an hour ago it was raining.
So, but if you let me come down, I can always go back to the museum and, at nighttime and work on what I got to do. Oh, and I just got a link in from Carolyn Harmon, that story. Mm-hmm. So that's up.
Oh, okay.
So I sent it to you guys. I'll put the link in wherever I can here. And that's talking about the event and MetaZoo. And she's got a great picture of, what's his face? I can't even think of his name now. I'm totally drawing a blank. Jesse.
Oh, okay.
So Jesse's in there.
Jesse Walker.
Jesse had the Bigfoot sighting right across the street. He's a retired school teacher. I guess Jesse was 75 now. And it's just a good silly shot of him looking all serious, and he's got the picture of him on TV behind him. Jesse's going to be at the event. Jesse's, I don't know if we can get him to speak. Maybe we'll see if we can get him up for a little bit. But he'll definitely be at a table signing glossy photos of himself, which I think is going to be
He's a character.
He's good.
He's a character.
Do you want to talk about some of your new gear? We're always getting new gear in, so I want to show some of the gear that...
Well, what I have is... I have a couple, actually I left the one out in the car, my motion sensors that I picked up recently. Those, I have not tried them out. They're supposed to be, there's 5 of them, 5 monitors and 1 receiver. The monitors, or the sensors themselves are supposed to go 40 to 50 feet out, but they have a range back to the receiver of 1,000 meters. So I'm hoping maybe I can create an invisible fence line out there. And now, granted, it won't tell you if it's a Bigfoot or a human or whatever, but it will signal you that something has crossed its path. And that's what I'm looking for. Maybe try to narrow it down. Just another tool in the toolbox to have in the event that we, spend the night out or something, and we want to go ahead and keep track of around the campsite. In addition, who knows? Maybe even pick up a ghost or two out there, like we did that one time. Maybe that'll alert us to something out there. And then I know Steve has talked in the past about the chest pouches that we carry. Mine's a Hill People. I love it. It's got plenty of room for a pistol. You have to have a concealed carry in the parks here to have that, which I do. But it also, I mount my camera to it. I have a body camera. I love these things. It'll go for probably 24 hours straight. It's 128 gig internal memory, and I love it. The sound is great on it. It's 4K quality video. Picks up pretty much everything that you. In the event that something runs across you and you got to wait and pull a camera out or something, it's good to have these. You just turn it on, let it run, and you can go back to it later on if you have something that occurred.
And I used to use GoPros. I've given up. I still have them. Don't get me wrong. I occasionally use them once, but this is the way to go.
Yeah.
The footage and the audio you get off these blows away the GoPros.
Yeah, they're nice. And like I said, I just mount it right here, wear it on my chest, turn it on, and it's got a good angle view on it. Like I said, the picture quality and sound quality is just unbelievable on these things. I picked this up from Amazon for like $175. I think a GoPro's running around $300 or $400, and
they overheat. There's all kinds of issues with them.
Yeah, and the battery doesn't last as long as these things do. These things go forever. Something else I carry. I'm going to invest in a new one. Just a small voice recorder. If we're sitting around just talking at the campsite or something, it's good to turn it on. You never know what you're going to catch. I mean, we've had stuff sitting there just chatting amongst ourselves that just blows us away. Like, what the hell is that we just heard? And just something to have. I sometimes I attach it, but being that this picks up so well, it's not a lot of time that I'll actually turn on and use it when I'm walking the trails. Then we go to the old thermals. These things are priceless. If you're investigating, working in the woods, hunting Bigfoot, hunting animals, whatever, just out viewing, trying to keep yourself safe, if you're taking a walk in the neighborhood, these are the way to go. These things are just unbelievable. We used to go out there at night with just basically a flashlight. And I mean, I've run into hogs out here, a very large cat. I'm assuming it was probably a mountain lion. Talked to the ranger about it. He said they've been getting reports of a large cat. Didn't get a picture of it at the time because I was with a group of camera people from PBS, and I was just trying to keep us all safe because the host was calling it in saying, "Here's kitty, kitty." I'm like, "No, you do not want this thing here. This thing is huge." But the AGM is what we use. We love them. You can actually connect wirelessly to your phone. It's got a mount for tripod, and I get about 8 hours on this thing.
Oh, they're amazing. I mean, I have a flare, and it's a Flare Scout. And it was great. I've gotten some really great stuff I've caught on it. But the damn thing doesn't like to communicate to Windows, any Windows, 10, 11. It's always a nightmare. It decharges constantly. So if you're not constantly charging it and you're out in the field, and it doesn't charge quick. So I'll not use it. It'll be sitting around. I look at it and it's down to like quarter charge. And I have to charge it for these things hold the charge. And on top of that, the Scout, I would say, is good for what, maybe 3 hours tops.
Right.
I mean, even people who've never Bigfooted, we come out, we take people out Bigfooting, we bring thermal cameras and parabolic dishes, and they go, "Can I get the good one?" I mean, I go, "The flare's not bad."
It's not. I mean, that's all. I mean, you got a great capture with that thing.
Yeah.
A couple of them.
Yeah.
A couple of things you captured with that, but compared to the AGM, the quality, the crystal picture that you get versus the FLIR is just night and day.
Yeah, and the price point.
Oh my
I mean,
God,
for
yes.
the TM160, it's probably, I should be fair to say it's the equivalent, which it's not. It's better than the Scout, especially with the Bluetooth and the quarter 20 tripod mount and stuff. But you can get it cheaper. I mean, about what, $200 cheaper?
Yeah, I think I saw it on sale for $378 the other day, which is a bargain. I mean,
Don't even buy night vision. I mean, I'm not saying night vision is terrible. It's a nice tool to have in your arsenal. But if you got a choice, go with a thermal.
yeah, spend an extra $200 and get a thermal versus a night vision. It's just so much better. And I actually liked it so much, I got a backup in the event that I'm out there. something goes wrong, I still have one with me that I can go back to.
Does your wife know about that one?
She knows about all this. She knows about all this. But and then Steve gave me a K2 that I carry. I have an area where I can go to, and I actually have what I believe to be a Civil War soldier that will communicate with us for a few minutes.
And we've actually caught an image of a
Yep.
Confederate soldier.
Absolutely.
And unfortunately, this is just a YouTube video I'm setting up off my phone, so I'm not going to be able to input all those photos in. We can do a later one and add a lot of this stuff in.
Right. But yeah, it's. And the other thing you almost have to have now. Steve's got us all beat on that. He's got a Blue Yeti. Is that what it's called?
The backups. Yeah, I'm into the battery backup. So I have a Jackery, and then I got this Blue Yeti. This thing's massive. It's gorgeous.
Could run a house, I think, for 24
not,
hours.
not quite that big, but I mean, for like what we're doing camping and stuff, I mean, you could literally run a small appliance for a short period. So
The other thing I carry with me is I have an Anchor battery pack that will recharge my devices while we come back to the campsite and just regroup, get something to eat or get a refreshment or something, and talk about before we go back out and what we're going to do. Usually hook this up. It probably charge my AGM if it's down half, maybe in about an hour. So, just sitting back, taking your time, BS, and you can have everything charged back up, ready to go.
yeah, that's the way to go. And he mentioned the chest rig in the beginning. He first got one of those. And we were all horsing around like it's like a man's ear and stuff. Oh my God, they're so convenient. And I got one that actually has multiple things, which can be a little. But you can rip it off too if you don't need it all. And you can get additional. There's all different styles out there. But we used to carry the backpacks. We carried so much weight with us, and I'm not very flexible. I'm back there trying to. Can you hand me this? It's like here, everything's right in front of you, and it forces you to carry what you need. Yeah. But you can carry a sidearm, a couple of thermal cameras, pretty much everything else. A K2 meter, flashlights, bug spray is something you should carry there. I use the Ranger, so I carry the small bottles. Mm-hmm. And but basically everything you need, and it works out pretty well. A couple of glow sticks, emergency stuff. I always make sure everyone has a whistle on them. God forbid, especially like we tell people not to come out by themselves, but a lot of the guys do. Yeah. Johnny's a lone wolf. He's out there. Yeah. And he's big on the recorders, hanging recorders out, and he's got amazing stuff. Like, once again, I'm not going to be able to put that in this video. But, so basically, we're back to, we have been for quite a while at the museum, 7 days a week. We're doing some ghost tours, too, by appointment only, so reach out to us. I didn't bring any of that flyer with me, but like I said, I'll do another video. We're here more just to talk about. We're getting there. The weather's good. This is a perfect time to come out. It will be dropping again. Not super cold, but it's going to drop. But right now is a perfect time to, wherever you want to go Bigfooting, the leaves out of the trees. You can see, especially with a thermal camera, even just binoculars, you can see at a distance now. It's a good time to get out there. So April 15th is our festival. We're hoping, I'm expecting this to sell out pretty quick. The tickets are just on sale from, Sunday. Mm-hmm. We got them up. My daughter did it up on Everbright. So if you go to this QR code, just scan that. That will bring you to this link, which will take you to either the ticket sales, my YouTube, or the Facebook page, and all those will have more QR codes and more information. But if you guys get a chance, definitely come to the museum. Definitely come to this event. You're going to love it. It's going to be a big deal. After the event's over at roughly 5:30, 6ish, vendors will be packing up. And what we're going to do is we're going to get people back to the museum. The museum will be open all day that day, too. But we're going to do some kind of special event at the museum. We haven't decided exactly what it is. We'll post that. Hopefully it'll be something with MetaZoo's involved too. And of course we'll have all our merchandise up for sale both places. And I got a bunch of new stuff in. We're still ordering stuff, so we've got a little bit of time. But
one more thing I forgot to mention, and this has been a lifesaver, a little laser pointer. When you're out there at night and you're hearing something and you got a bunch of guys with thermals, and you can actually pinpoint where you're getting that hit, that thermal hit, so they can go in on it also, so they can get different angles of it in case something's hiding behind a tree or whatever. But this thing is invaluable, very cheap. I got this from Steve. I think it's under $20.
Yeah, like we sold 15 in the museum, and they come with the swivel head so you can do a grid pattern if you want to set it up in your camp to look for any kind of movement in the woods. But you just unscrew the head and it's a regular pointer. And even for that, it's another safety item. If you're, let's say you're lost out in the woods and you're trying to get help, you can only yell for so long. That's what the whistles are for. A whistle, you can, with minimum wind, you can blow a whistle. But here, lasers, you don't even need the wind. And this thing will go like 60 miles or something like that. I mean,
goes up there.
it's a green light. They'll be able to track you back in and find you. So it's just a good safety device to have.
Yep. I love it.
But thanks for watching. We appreciate it, guys. We'll talk to you soon. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And we'll see if the Bobbsey twins have the same shirts in the next video. So who knew? Take care. Thanks for watching.
Take care, everybody.